plaque that we are giving you today states as follows: the Association of Retired Teachers of Connecticut, Governor Jodi Rell, for signing House Bill 6141 and publicly supporting the pension obligation bond. We commend her for ensuring the stability of the pension system, which benefits all teachers in the state of Connecticut.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Very nice of you. Thank you.
I spoke recently down in the town that you're from.
Oh, yes?
And the teachers all have been praised.
Thank you very much. Well, you know, I came in when Denise was talking, so I think I'll just throw out my speech. She actually said all of it, and I think, you know, I certainly appreciate the fact that she recognized that the governor actually had to sign the bill, and that made me feel really good. But I want you to know that our treasurer, Denise Napier, actually deserves an awful lot of credit for this bill. And and we can all stand here, the speaker, myself, and all of the legislators that signed on to it. We can pat ourselves on the shoulders, but I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that there were a lot of people, myself included, that had a lot of questions. And we were wondering, can the state do this? Can we do that? Can we afford this? How does this work? Where do we go from here? And our treasurer, Denise, took the time. She called up and said, look, if you have questions, I'll be glad to come over and answer them. And we sat in my office going through piece by piece by piece of what this bill actually did, what it didn't do, which was a lot of people had a lot of misconceptions about it, and then how we were going to pay for it and what benefits for our retired teachers we're really going to receive from this. So when you get someone who not only advocates for the teachers, the retired teachers, but then takes the time to go around, talk to the governor, talk to the legislators, educate them, I know that word's important, educate them on, all of us, on the importance of what we were doing. It makes a difference. So hats off to Denise Napier for doing all of that, and I appreciate it. Okay, she didn't give my whole speech, so I can give some of it. I have to tell you, I was very proud to have been able to sign House Bill 6141 into law. And I have to say, as you've heard already this morning, that this really is a major step for all of us in meeting our obligations, and obviously to countless teachers who opened the doors for many generations in Connecticut, and to the children that have grown up, as Denise said, who now are either leading our state. I didn't grow up in Connecticut, by the way, but I have lots of good teachers to thank for trying to keep me on the straight and narrow when I was growing up as well. But I also want to just share with you, and I'm proud of this next comment that I make to you. I am the only governor to ever fully fund the Teachers' Retirement Fund in my budgets, and that has happened in the last 2 annual budgets that I've proposed to the General Assembly. Okay, so I get to brag a little bit, but I want to share with you why I think that's important. And just as you've heard from other speakers today, it's important because we need to continue to meet and keep our obligation. Now, there is a famous word that all of us who have served in the General Assembly hear over and over and over again, year after year after year. It's called notwithstanding. Notwithstanding what the law says, this is how much we're going to put into this fund. Notwithstanding what the law says, this is what we're going to do this year. And so in years past, and I have to tell you, I'm a former legislator, so I understand, sometimes you run into very difficult situations. And when you're trying to put either a budget or a bond package together, it becomes very difficult trying to make all of the ends meet and everything come together. But we shouldn't be saying notwithstanding to our teachers. And we shouldn't be saying notwithstanding to our state employees either. And somehow, over the years, we have been able to get, not I want to say get away with it, because it's a difficult situation that legislators and the administrations find themselves in. But the fact is that you've done what you were required to do, and you did it well. And you did what you were supposed to do, and retired with the utmost faith in your state to meet its obligation. Just as someday I hope to retire. Don't get excited, not anytime soon. But when you do retire, you want to have those things that have been promised to you. And that is our obligation. And we're going to continue to work to make sure that that happens. And with passage of this law, I believe, one, it's the right thing to do, and I believe that it is our responsibility to those teachers that you never be forgotten as well. And I believe that our commitments must always be kept. And I believe also that this bill keeps us on that path. It also represents what I call the best traditions of state government working together. And the award today, I think, also represents that cooperative spirit. We work together, regardless of party affiliation. Denise happens to be a Democrat. I happen to be a Republican. It doesn't stop us from doing what we know is right, whatever the piece of legislation is. And I believe that we can continue to work together if we find common ground on a whole host of issues. And that's exactly what we will be doing. So I say thank you for the award, but more importantly, thank you for your service. I am sure that every one of you, as I look around this room, probably can remember some student that you've had that really stands out in your mind, and you kept thinking to yourself, you know, that young lady's going to go somewhere someday, or that young man is going to be somebody someday. I just want to share with you that all of my teachers never thought that about me. Thanks, everyone.